Good morning. It is me, DJ Cinnamon, also known as Vonnie, Jack Porcello by birth, and I'm here to give you the sneak peek of tomorrow evening's File Under Popular that will be broadcast on the 10th of May, 2022 at 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. We're going to begin the show with a classic track from Haco's concert released on Compendium Records. That was recorded in 1976. This is their rendition of Bad Alchemy, followed by Robert Little Red Riding Hood Hits the Road, as interpreted by Henry Cow with Robert Wyatt guest. It's them backing Robert Wyatt in a concert that was recorded in 1976 as well. I believe this was recorded in Italy. Then we go to a release that was re-released by Haco from After Dinner fame. This was a recording that was originally released in 2011, but Haco released it recently, in the past few days, on Bandcamp. This is the album Forever and Ever. I'm going to play the title track Forever and Ever and the track It's Too Dazzling from that album, and then we move on to my favorite American band, the Muffins. From 185, I'm going to play These Castle Children and Queenside. Uh, Back to Robert Wyatt from his album Cuckoo Land, which I misidentify on the recording as comic opera. I apologize for that, but that I corrected after the recording of those two songs. The songs are Old Europe. I've included mainly because they're aesthetically pleasing to my ear, but also because they demonstrate where we come from, how far we've gotten, and where we need to go in our struggle to overcome prejudice, bigotry, racism. We have a long way to go. Then we move back to Slap Happy with Henry Cow. Europa from Desperate Straits, the album, which was also released as a single. Slap Happy and Henry Cow got together for the album. Had fired Lindsay Cooper by this time, but they brought her back as a guest. Also, Jeff Lee came back as a guest for this album, and many others, including Mont Campbell and Mangezi Feza, and Pierre Morland on percussion on this piece. And then after Europa, the title track, Desperate Straits, was mostly Chris Cutler and Anthony Moore. Chris Cutler on percussion, Anthony Moore on piano. Then we go to Volker Lankow. Waiting Without Expectations is the name of the track. I played a couple of tracks from this album last week. The album is a study in boredom, and I'm going to play. The track is called Waiting Without Expectations, but the expectations are on the rise for the next track. It's the latest single from Ghost Rhythms. And Ghost Rhythms always raises and meets our expectations. The single is called The Empress, and it has me expecting so much more from them as always. We bounce back to the Muffins again. We bounce back with a return. The Adventures of Captain Boomerang, because Boomerangs always come back. Captain Boomerang was a friend of the band and created wonderful boomerangs, I guess, from what I understand from the story. This was from the album Mana Mirage, and play that because Mana Mirage has a new album coming out, the new band by Dave Newhouse. And a new track was leaked by Dave Newhouse recently on Facebook. If you're on Facebook, you might want to go over and give that a listen. He shared the track with me as well. It's a fabulous track. I encourage you to give it a listen. It's really great. Then we finish things up with Amanda Chottery. I played a track from the album that she shared with me recently. I played a track Last week, Proportional Fish from the album Aquatic from 2011. This week, I'm playing Black Boxes in Springtime from the same album, Aquatic. We then finish up with that very, very familiar track by Z and Le Fil de Grand Composition, and then we wrap things up the show. I hope that you tune in. It's going to be a really fun show, at least as far as I'm concerned. I always feel that way. This is Jack Porcello, DJ Cinnamon, also known as Vonnie, signing off again. A sneak preview, file under popular. Tune in tomorrow, the 10th of May, at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on WAYO-LP Rochester. That's WAYO 104.3 FM in Rochester, New York, or on the web at wayofm.org. Check out and see what I've got filed away.